Hey guys, it's been a minute since I've sat down. I want to do a little get ready with me today. I want to put some makeup on because I have another video that I want to film and I want to have my face done for it. So I thought I would sit and film while I'm doing it. I'm going to start off with foundation. This is the MN1 foundation from LYS, the Triple Fix Serum Foundation. I haven't used this recently, but I need something a little bit different. Pulled my hair back out of my face and I just look bald. It is 95 degrees outside today. So the literal last thing I want to do is have my hair down. I told you guys I would let you know in a recent video if I have noticed any difference using the Medicube Zero Pore Pads. I bought them because I saw so many people on the internet talking about them, saying how good they were, that they were life-changing, that they changed their skin, and they've never had a better product on their skin. I really don't notice a difference at all on my skin. In fact, when I do use them, they're very sticky. Not sticky like honey. I don't know how to describe it. It's like tacky. It's very tacky and it stays tacky. But as far as product is concerned and noticing any difference in my skin, I don't notice any difference so far. And I've been using it for like a few weeks now. So yeah, I did feel like I did break out a little bit, but that also can be the weather. You know, it's been hot, and this is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Quickie, by the way. It's been hot and I've been sweaty. So wear a lot of hats, and I have noticed some breakouts on my forehead, so it definitely could be from the hats. Okay, hating that brush. So about a week ago now, I do a Marco Polo group with my two best friends, Kat and Marie. Kat came on and was like, look at this little bird that was in my backyard. And she showed that there was a little yellow bird hopping around her backyard, really tiny little one. First, we thought it was a goldfinch or something. And then the closer that she looked, we realized like, oh, it's really yellow for a goldfinch. They have more dark markings on them. I did like a Google image search and it showed up as a canary. And so I was like, oh, you want to grab that? It's a domestic bird. And it was hopping around her backyard. And obviously it wasn't flying. So she was like, if you're able to catch a bird, it's probably sick or orphaned. Like realistically, if you're able to catch it, there's a reason. Birds don't want to be caught, and so they typically aren't. So she snatched it up and brought it inside and did see that it had a band on its leg. And so that shows that it was a domestic bird. It could be from a breeding program, it could be things like that, but this was a domestic canary. Canaries are not native to the United States, so if they're here, they're a domestic animal. She was like, what do I do with it? And I was like, well, I can take it. You know, I actually have a catio that we built a few years ago. If you guys want to watch a video of us making it, I put one up on our other channel. We built a catio for our cats, which is basically like an outdoor covered patio that's completely enclosed, so your cats can go outside while being protected. But then our cats now go outside with us when we go outside. Like they'll go to the garden with us and get a little bit outdoors time. They don't really use the catio anymore, so I just kind of turned it into a little makeshift aviary. I went out and I just like cleaned it up and made it into a little aviary. Now I'm gonna apply the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and this is the Smith 133 brush. And I could see that when she was showing me some footage of it, she caught it and put it into a little cage that she had. Number one, we could see that it was banded, but number two, it was definitely open mouth breathing, which I was a wildlife rehabber. If you guys don't know anything about my background, I was a wildlife rehabber for years. I don't know how many years. So I'm pretty familiar with working with little birds, and especially the birds that we work with are not domestic at all. They were just wildlife, but I'm used to working with small birds like sparrows, robins, chickadees, hummingbirds even, you know, lots of different tiny little birds. So I kind of know what I'm doing. I'm not like incredible or amazing or anything. You know, I've been a wildlife rehabber in how long? It was 2013 when I stopped doing it, 2014, I'm not sure. So it's been a long time. So I know how to kind of handle it, but he was open mouth breathing. When a bird is open mouth breathing, that's a sign of either stress or a respiratory infection. There could be so many things. But I also heard a little bit of a clicking sound or squeaky sound, and I was like, uh-oh, that sounds respiratory. Anyway, so she brought the bird to my house. Maybe this was like 5 or 6 days ago. And immediately I was like, yeah, that respiratory does not look good. But we put him out in a little aviary. He was eating, he was hopping around, he was doing okay. But on the first night, I went out to go check on him, and he was open mouth breathing, and it was slight, but I could hear, it almost sounded like a squeaky toy or like a squeaky shoe or something. And I was like, oh, that's not good. So that next day, I was just observing him throughout the majority of the day. And then that seemed to get a little bit more prominent as the day was going on. So that evening, I called a vet in Washington far away, but it's called the Center for Bird and Exotics, and it's quite a ways away from me, so I had to drive like a couple of hours. But I took the little guy down there and took him to this like emergency exotic vet. I was there for like, I don't know, 4 hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours. They had to put the bird on oxygen, and they gave it an injection of an antibiotic, assuming that it had an upper respiratory infection. And I also made the comment that maybe there was some potential air sac mites. They weren't sure, but they prescribed ivermectin for air sac mites. They did the first dose of ivermectin there, which was just a topical application, and then I was to do the second application dose on the 21st. The bird was super stressed out when we got there because little birds, like they just can't handle stress, dude. Like a lot of animals just can't handle it, especially like birds, bunnies, things like that. You have to be really careful with them. Given that this bird was domestic and had been around humans at least enough to get banded, it wasn't like super afraid of me, definitely curious of me, but didn't want to be handled, did not want to go into a car. Rightfully so. I take the little bird home at midnight. I didn't even get home until midnight that night. I was at the vet for hours and hours and hours. And when I took the little guy out and put him in his enclosure, looking real bad. The stress of the drive being so long, and the stress of just like being at the vet and having to get injections and be in an oxygen tank and get sub-Q fluids and all that kind of stuff was just so much handling, so much stress. And so the bird was literally like hyperventilating. It looked really, really bad when I got back from the vet. And so I was like, there's no way I can take you back to this place. Like just the literal drive home was enough to make you seem like you're gonna die. Like you feel like you're gonna die, you know? Like look, the bird is this big, the size of a golf ball at the end of the day. And like imagine a gigantic giant just putting you into a vehicle, and like there's the sounds of the driving, and I was being quiet, but like you can only be so quiet, you know? Yeah, it was just a lot. So I got him back to my house and I was like, okay, I am not taking you back to the vet no matter what, because you will 100% die from that drive. Contacted the vet the next day and they told me, you know, that there's nothing else that they really can do for the little guy, but you know, I can bring it back. And I was like, well, there's literally no way I can bring it back. Like, you guys, he was absolutely flat out on his tummy, open mouth breathing, like hyperventilating, near panic attack, if a bird could have a panic attack. I just put him in a little container cage that I bought. We put him in a quiet area of the house that was completely quiet, warm, and safe. And so that's what I did. And he just started declining and declining and declining every day. At first he was eating a ton and doing really good. And then the illness just really got him super fast. I called the vet that I used to work at, and they don't see birds anymore necessarily. They do see some avians, but that's not what they specialize in. They specialize in cats and dogs. Dude, look at all these grays. And so they did tell me that they felt comfortable adding another antibiotic to see if it could help at all, because the bird was going downhill so fast. Like the crackling had gotten so bad, and just like the open mouth breathing. And I was trying everything that I could. I got another oral antibiotic for the little guy, and I started that yesterday, and by the evening the bird was like flat out, starting to do like this almost neurologic stuff where it was almost like he was having a seizure. And I just knew from all my years of wildlife and working at the vet for 5 years, I was like, I know what a dying bird looks like. I know that even at that point, no matter what, I just know, because again, I worked with little birds all the time. When they get to the level where this guy was at, there's unfortunately just really no saving them. And so I tried offering him some water by mouth, but I could tell he was dehydrated too because he wasn't drinking water, kind of stopped eating. And I felt so sad for the poor little guy. And I was gonna take him to the vet to be euthanized, and he passed away. He was just really going downhill fast with 2 antibiotics, fluids, oxygen, all of that. It just wasn't enough. I don't know what this little guy had. If, you know, I didn't do x-rays on him. We decided to start with the antibiotics, assuming it was just an upper respiratory infection. And then if he did not improve, then go back in and get x-rays after the course of antibiotics. And he was only like 3 days into the antibiotics and passed away. And I just feel so sad. So that's what I've been dealing with for the last week or so, and the poor little guy passed away, and me and my son both cried ourselves to sleep last night. We were just both so sad for the poor little guy because it's just a baby, just a tiny little bean. By the way, this is the blush that I was just using. It's Hope from Rare Beauty, and then I'm gonna go in with the Rare Beauty Crumply highlighter that I recently tried. I love this. It is so good. It's called Mesmerize highlighter. It's so beautiful. Like, it just might be the best highlighter I've ever used. it looks just so glistening and wet. It just could not be prettier. It's so beautiful. Look at this. So yeah, that was what I've been basically doing for the last week. Also, it was my sister's 40th birthday yesterday. 40? Dude, when we were kids, 40, you were 90 years old. Like it was all the same to me. And now we're approaching it. Like, what in the hell? It's crazy. Like, to have my sister, she doesn't feel like it's real either. I was just 19. I really don't even understand. I guess that's how life works. Like, you just get old. So yeah, we did that yesterday. I threw my sister a little like surprise get together. It wasn't anything crazy. She doesn't want anything crazy, but I did like a little charcuterie, and we had cake and cookies, and my dad made cinnamon roll pie and then an apple pie. It was a lovely time. We just got together and hung out. And then otherwise, I've just been taking care of the garden, taking care of my son. He's in a particularly kind of hard phase right now. He goes through these times, like, you know, kids, if you've ever had kids before, you know that they go through these like weird developmental moments. And maybe this is just my kid, but my friend's kid does it too. So that's why I thought maybe it was like a thing. But it's like weird because they'll just be like really same for a while. And you get kind of used to your routine and you're like, everything's fine, everything's good. And then they go through almost these developmental milestones where like they'll go through a month period where it's like meltdown central. And you're like, what is going on? Why suddenly are you melting down about every little thing? And then you have to like deal with it. You're like butting heads, you're having a hard time, and then they like get through it, and then they're back to themselves. And it's so interesting because he's definitely in that right now, going through a little bit of a everything that happens is the biggest deal phase. Like, oh no, my marble run fell over, and instead of being like, being like, we're kind of dealing with that right now. And I am trying to do everything that I can to like remain calm and remain friendly and remain nice. But God in heaven, if sometimes do I not just be like, enough! And I don't want to be like that. I need to be the grown adult here, but God, sometimes I just get to my wits end. Particularly whining is hard for me, but I'm trying to be understanding and realize that, like, you know, he's little. It's hard for them to control their little emotions, and I have to understand that, but God. So anyway, everything's fine, but like, going through that right now. Other than that, though, everything's been wonderful. He's coming up on 5. I can't believe it. I have a nearly almost 5-year-old. That makes me feel like I'm lying. That doesn't feel true. When did he become a literal adult? It's insane. He's super smart, super funny, inquisitive, amazing. Just, I know every mom speaks about their kid being the best in the entire world, but dang it, if mine isn't the best in the entire world. Like, just, I cannot. So we have been, you know, working on the garden and everything. Our main issue, we have had a lot of issues though. Like, I'm talking, I've never had so many issues in my garden. I swear to God, the pests are absolutely destroying my garden. Slugs, bunnies. Bunnies are the number one. It was slugs there for a minute, but slugs have kind of calmed down a little bit, and it's the bunnies. You guys have eaten everything. Okay, so I'm gonna use these little pieces of lashes right here for my outer lashes. These are the Ardell, I don't see what they are. So I love these. These are the lash trios. I used these in a recent video. I'm gonna use these little Ardell ones today for like a little spiky outer lash. Where my little tweezers went, I don't know. Pocket, no. Are they? Yes. Why do I do things like that? Probably so I won't lose them. Lately, I've been really liking putting a cluster or 2 of lashes on my outer lashes, just to give me a little bit of something, a little bit of length. All right, let's see if I can make these look better. They look a little insane right now, but I think when I add a little bit of mascara onto the rest of my lashes and really blend them in, it'll look more normal. And if not, well, I'm taking them off. Okay, so I just applied the Huda Beauty Baby Pink Lip Contour Stain. They are very dry. I've seen the criticisms about them, and I would have to agree. They say to store it down like this so that the product can sink in. It doesn't feel like there is much product, to be fair. There has to be. I mean, I'm sure there's product in there, and I trust that Huda knows her product well, but it does feel very dry. So if experienced that or you've heard that, they are dry and they don't feel like they're gonna last very long, but I do like them a lot. And then this product is so good. This is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Jelly Oil in the shade Juicy Pink Lady. And a juicy pink lady she is. You know, and now I'm gonna style my hair. I'm gonna curl it a little bit and like try to, I need some dry shampoo. What is this? Dry shampoo. This is, I don't even think this is a brand anymore. This is the Playa Pure Dry Shampoo. Playa is not even a brand anymore, right? Because they were owned by, was it Morphe? Or the brand that owned Morphe. I really liked Playa and I thought they had really good products. I got this in a recent FabFitFun box I did a couple of months ago and I do like it. I got it for myself to sit here and do this. I do, not frequently, but like at least a few times a month, dermaplane my face to get all this peach fuzz off. But this is decent for in between just to get like that, you know, additional layer. Bush Balm. Bush Balm? Yeah, Bush Balm. I feel like my hair still looks greasy. I do have one downstairs that I really like. Oh wait, is it up here? I think it might be up. Oh, it is, it's right here. I think they had to rename this and everything. This is that hair salon that I used to go to. It's called Axis Hair Salon and they have a hair line called the Daily Hair Company. This is called Self-Absorbed Dry Shampoo. I think she had to change the name of it because it was like trademarked or something, but it works. This works really good. So it's like a liquid and I think it's like alcohol or something is the main ingredient, I assume. Yeah, denatured alcohol. I feel like on this super greasy hair, this really works. You let it sit in the hair for a few seconds and then because it is like an alcohol based product, I feel like it really does not clean the hair. Your hair does not feel clean. I wouldn't say that. It feels and looks much less greasy. It feels very textured, I would say. Like it gives almost like a dry texture spray vibe, but oh my God, look at all my grays. Bro, I think I need to dye my hair. That is insane. Since when? But you can see it already. Like my hair was literally shiny. And then with this product, no, not so bad. Just gonna throw a couple of little waves in. Cause yeah, I would say it almost feels like you put hairspray in your hair or like texturizing spray. It's not clean. It feels definitely like dirty hair, but almost in a good way. I cannot describe it in any other way than that. Like it gives it the ability to like stick where you put it. Stick it where you put it. I don't know what my beef is with getting my hair done, but I feel like I have this weird thing where I'm like, I'm not doing it. Like I'm not gonna go to the salon and get my hair done. I used to drive all the way up to Canada at this place. Literally Axis Hair Salon is where the lady who makes this product is from. And I used to drive up there like every other month to Canada to get my hair done. And now I'm like, if I have to do my hair once every 3 years, that's too much. Look at these silver hairs. You might need to. I know some Canadians that are getting detained at the border and people who are being questioned about their allegiance to our government and stuff like that. And let's just say, I used to go over there all the time. I got my Nexus card. I was wanting to, like, I was going to Canada all the time because my friend Sam lives there and I was going up there. My management company works out of Canada. My hair salon that I loved going to was in Canada. And now I'm like nervous to go there because I'm like, are they gonna freaking harass me at the border like they're harassing Canadians coming into the United States? Don't even get me started on the government. I'm sure I'm on a list somewhere from how much I talk about Palestine. That's gonna be good enough for this video, okay? It's gonna be good enough. Not that any of you care. I went from saying I would never not have bangs to wearing my hair in a side part again. You know, you get sick of stuff. I don't know about you guys, I got sick of it. So this is the finished look. This is it. I feel like it's totally fine. I like it. I do feel a little like I'm cosplaying a priest. Is it giving priest? I'm not trying to. The shirt's from Target. I wasn't trying to. All right, well, this is the makeup. It's simple. I kind of do the same look all the time. I do feel like I need a little more darkness in my outer corner. I don't know. I just feel like it's not giving what I want it to give. Let's see if this helps or ruins it. Because I want it to have a little bit of depth to it and it feels a little lackluster. I still could do good makeup if I tried, you guys. I'm giving it such low effort sometimes when I do my makeup because I simply am going to sweat it off. I'm going down to the garden after this, you know? If you guys want to see a garden update, by the way, if you guys want to see how my dahlias are doing, if you want to see the pests that are killing my garden, if you want to see all that, we have been uploading to the Sweet Life of Zach and Kristi. If you guys want to check that out, I'm gonna have the link like up here and I'll have it down in the description as well. But yeah, we are uploading over there and like showing how the garden is going. And it's not bad, but it ain't good. I need a brown mascara is what I need, I think. Brown mascara these hairs. Cause it's so gray, dude. Like I feel like it's giving clergy. Do I have a spray? This might ruin everything, or it might just be the answer. So let's go like this. Oh, well. That looks weird, but let's just do a little wipe ski. Who needs a salon when you have R&CO Bright Shadows Root Touch-Up Spray? Mococo. I don't actually work with these guys at all. I would. Are you cruelty-free? Is R&CO cruelty-free? Yes, they are. Hey. This part looks weird, but let's just do a little one of these and a little bada bing, bada boom. Hey, that worked. That really worked. All right, it's not perfect, but it's better. That looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I am fine with that. I will just use this product. I'll just use a product like this, then I won't have to go to the salon. Ooh, I forgot I had it. I got this like years and years ago. Look at my hands though. Thank you for hanging out with me and for chatting with me about random stuff. A bird, being 40. I'm not 40. Okay, I'm 37. All right, well, I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm gonna have a good one coming next. We're gonna be talking about overconsumption, and I've got a video coming about overconsumption that I hope will speak to just how I'm sure we're all feeling towards all of this stuff, and I hope you guys like it. So give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe if you guys are interested in seeing upcoming content from somebody who's just so clean. And I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you at my next video.